Alright, so what's up, guys? I thought I would show you some of the advantages of having that Twitch Prime addition to your account. First of all, and most importantly, being Charlotte Wells. This is an elite recruit that has 3 perks pretty much pre-installed. Jack of all trades is pretty good, but I would probably replace it with Brothers in Arms. I think Brothers in Arms is pre-installed. Whatever. Anyway, these 3 are very, very good, but I would probably prefer something else like Recon or whatever. But you can just retrain her abilities, which is pretty neat. But 3 perks on a commander? Even regular female commanders only have 2 perks pre-installed, so this is really, really nice. That's another like month and a half of grinding that you don't have to do. So after you're done with that event, definitely recruit her. I'm thinking about putting her in a special spot. I was going to put her in the Grill 15, but I've decided to put her in another spot, and I'll show you that at the end of this video. But anyway, when it comes to the extra stuff that you get, let's first of all go to Tier 8. The Low is available as a rental tank. They'll give you this for 10 days, and it's one of the best heavy tanks. I still have to add a perk, actually. I'm waiting for this one to fill out. But the Low has excellent penetration. As you can see, I've got a mark of excellence. I really do enjoy it. It's got excellent penetration, decent alpha, probably about 350, 375, and it moves pretty okay, and the armor is decent as long as you keep it angled. But beyond that, I think I have to turn on my reserves because I already put it in reserve after I won with it. The Samua SM is also another 10-day rental. This is the other Tier 8 premium tank that you get to try out. Magazine fed. Decent, as you can see in my first battle, I got 20% into the first perk, which is not bad. This thing's magazine fed, very high penetration, pretty decent damage, not a whole lot, but because you have 4 rounds, it ends up being way more than the competition if you penetrate all 4. Okay armor, it's French, so basically just stick it behind something and use the angled turret to your advantage and really put down some damage, but be sure you hide behind the other heavies. I definitely suggest that. But yeah, actually, if I take off, let's see, 8, and I think the next one is a 6, I believe, or is it a 4? Okay, well, first of all, in the 4, they give you the Valentine 2. This is absolutely free with the Twitch Prime. I still haven't added any perks to it or even driven it, but I hear it's okay, and it's free, so screw it. Let's see. On top of that, we also had, I think it's a 7? Yeah, 7 reserve. The Eagle 7. They have us try this as well. It feels like a Chaffee. It's a medium tank, but it feels really light. It's got a bunch of armor, but it moves very fast. So it's not that it's, lowered armor and that's why it feels like a light. It's faster speed. That's why it feels like a light. The gun is a little bit better than the Pershings, but not so much better than, most light tanks. So it's okay. But the view distance is huge. I love the spotting. It's great. So when you actually enhance it with other stuff, it'll be even better. I haven't done anything or added any perks that matter. I just added repair so that when this tank disappears from my inventory, I'll be able to keep the crew and I'll be able to use it on something else. Whatever. 100% crew is like, 1,000 gold, so $10 free. Let's see, there were some other offers. I think it was on the tier 6, maybe? Oh yeah, heavy tank number 6. Now, although I have a 0% win rate on this tank, this thing is awesome. For 6, 5, and 4, it was amazing. Like, the penetration would be able to just knock through anything, even the front of its turret. And it will punch anything for 350 to 500 damage. It's awesome. It bounced so many shots. It was incredible. It's just my team let me down for all 2 or 3 of the matches I've played in it. Anyway, it's awesome. I absolutely love this tank. I may or may not buy it. It's very fast as well, which is cool for a heavy because you rarely see that. But anyway, that includes all the premium tanks. Now there's a bunch of other stuff that you get, like, repair kits and fire extinguishers. But in particular, you get 2 missions for an additional premium tank. The Carrot Package Alpha for these missions, basically all you have to do is just be in the top 10 of players on your team by the following parameter: experience earned. Be in the top 10 experience and you get 15% extra credits and experience until February 28th. When it comes to the Alpha Daily, be in the top 10 players on your team by experience earned, and you get one of these tokens. You get 20 of these tokens, and you get a Churchill 3 Elite Heavy Tank. That's the Tier 5 Premium Russian Heavy Tank. The thing is great for training crews. It was on sale for about 750 gold about a couple weeks ago. I never picked it up. My whole clan suggested that I do because it's great for training IS-7, Object 277, Object 278, pretty much all of the, end-game Russian tanks. Very nice. And you get a garage slot for it, so yay. So that is really worth it there. All you have to do is play. Like top 10 experience, you got to be in the top 2/3 of the team. That's easy. It's fucking easy as shit. But really, this is what I brought you here for. I was looking through all the, different trees. And, of course, the T-57 Heavy, the E4, E3, sure. I do want to grab those eventually. When it comes to Germany, I've pretty much gotten everything that I initially want. I want the Maus eventually, and the E100 eventually. Probably the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen as well. This thing's very fast and very, very cool. But, let's see. Let's go even deeper. Russia, I would want the 140, the 100 LT, the 268 version 4, the 268. I want the 705 Alpha, IS-7, 277. I mean, all these I'm wanting. Maybe the 261 later. I don't really care for the Russian artillery. But yeah, so there's a lot of tanks here that I want. But let's go to England. Super Conqueror, I would definitely want that. FE 4005, I could put it on that right now if I wanted to, but I love the Charioteer so much that I want to go to the Conway and enjoy it, and then the 4005 and enjoy it. I'll be transferring the crew from the Charioteer, so not too bad. Centurion AX, that's a cool tank too, nice medium. Let's go to France. I want maybe the Foch B, Batchat 25T definitely, maybe the 13105, but other than that, nothing. Under Czechoslovakia, the T-5051 is really, really cool and overpowered. Maybe. Under Japan, I have the only one that I actually want. Under China, maybe the 113 or the 5 Alpha. That's it. Poland. The 60 TP is a force to be reckoned with, but I don't think that I'm going to be willing to push all the way to the 60. But the thing is great. It is a really good heavy tank. Let's see. But for Sweden, they have the Sturv 103B. This is a tank that I've wanted for quite some time. Fire rate, penetration, all of it's excellent. And it's a really, really fun tank to play, or so I've heard. So I'm thinking about making that my new tier 10. And so, I don't know. I can either go with Germany to get to, one of these here, which would be awesome. I don't really want the Panzer 7 anymore. I went down that line, but I've seen it too often in battle, and I know its weak points. I could use IS-7 or 277. Both of those would be great. I still don't have a tier 10 heavy that isn't automatic, autopilot kind of thing, like the Type 5 right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I want to skip all of these poopy tanks. And it's looking pretty cheap so far. Tier 7. Now it's starting to get expensive. Experience-wise, anyway. 104,000. Oof. Now, the UDES 03 is something I might actually come back and buy, because that is fun to play. 154,000. Jesus. 65.8 thousand. 240,800. There it goes. Alright, Sturv 103B. Go ahead and purchase. I want to recruit them individually, thank you. Purchase. Yeah, see, the 4K screen is all screwed up when it comes to proportions. They still haven't figured that people will probably be playing in 4K. Alright, so anyway. Right now, I'm able to pretty much transfer the crew back and forth. I'm from my Stritzvon S1, I think it is. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Stritzvon S1, there we go. Now I'm going to take this entire crew, and actually I'm going to keep that commander on this tank, and take these two members over to that one. So I'm going to send this guy to the barracks, and send this guy to the barracks. Because keep in mind, they'll be able to play in this tank for free, transferring over. So let's actually just go to 10 tank destroyers and Sweden. So we could just get both of them on the screen at once. There we go. Now we go over to the 103B, and we go to the barracks, and we recruit Charlotte Wells. Now we're going to put her in a Swedish tank. We're going to put her in a tank destroyer. And then we're going to put her in the Stritzvon 103B. Commander, of course. Recruit. Okay, so that is a very permanent action, what I just did. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is when you do recruit your female, make sure you put her in the nation that you want. The nation is what's important. You can always retrain her. See, look, you can always retrain her to a different type or a different vehicle, and you can train her at different levels, but you cannot change her nationality. That cannot be changed. So it's very important that you put her in a country that you will be using her in permanently. Like right now, when it comes to Sweden, I rarely use Swedish tanks. Like my only one is the Stritzvon S1, and it's because it's a premium. I mean, otherwise I would definitely be playing, you know, I'd be playing up the lines. But because I now have the tier 10, and I can move them seamlessly between them, look how similar they look. So since I can move the, you know, crew over, I recruited her as a commander for Sweden. So that's the only reason. And trust me, there's only one tank that I'm going to put her in, and it's this one. So, you know, choose wisely. You can move her around, you can retrain her to any other tank, but only within the same nation. So, etc., etc. Yeah. The driver for the Stritzvon S1, I think I wanted this guy, yeah? No, I wanted the one from the Stritzvon. Oh, because he... Okay. Send to barracks. Send to barracks. I have an automatic crew returner mod, so it automatically put him in. There we go. This guy. And this guy. So now that I have these guys in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to retrain the crew. And it should only charge me for 2 of them. There we go. Now, if the event was on, it would only be 100 because it would be 50 each. But, you know, screw it. Retrain. So now I have a full crew for this tank that is ready to go on this 103B. Now let's take a look at what's available on it. 103 APCR, 105 APCR with a little bit more penetration, 42 mil more. 308 is plenty if you put it in the right spot, so I'm not worried. And then HE. So, let's see. Let's get 40 of the APCR. We want 10 HE, and that's the full batch. Okay, so let's do 30, 10, 10. That'll work. Yeah, okay. And then let's go ahead and pop on small repair kit, large repair kit. It is a tier 10. Large first aid kit and the automatic fire extinguisher. Although I might want to try coffee with cinnamon buns. That is the Swedish food. But I'll buy a whole bunch of... Oh, I've got 61 in the depot? Hell yeah. That's what special events do for you boys. Right there. Supply in depot. The 61. That's definitely some free events where you're able to play for consumables. Definitely makes it worth it to just fucking do it. I don't really need HE, although it just delivers more damage to lightly armored tanks. Yeah, accept. So the initial cost of this tank's supplies is going to be 88,470 credits. Pretty chunky. But now I'm good. Now, for this one, I'm definitely going to put ventilation. And there is a 50% off equipment event, but I'm not really worried about that right now. I need to, get this in. Now, a camo net is always suggested for this tank. Because there's no aim time, almost none, 2.75 seconds. I'm not really worried about getting the 0.27 seconds, quarter second onto the reload time. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do camo net, which will be the additional. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the rammer first. This will increase reload time by 10% or decrease it by 10%. Considering I've got a reload time of 6.28 seconds, it would reduce it by a whole half second, probably about 0.6 seconds. Worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. And then for the primary equipment that can be removed, there's really nothing else that I want here because binocular telescope, it already has an excellent view distance. And adding to it would be cool, but really isn't necessary. What I want to do is add even more to its concealment because this thing has excellent concealment, and if I add to it even more, it'll be invisible. I've seen crews with full camo training that have been almost impossible to see. So anyway, this is the Stritzfon 103B, my new addition. Very, very nice tank. I look forward to playing it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and recruit that commander for Twitch Prime and add her to your new favorite tank and move her on up to tier 10 because she's pretty decent. So now I've got 654,000 free XP to use, but I also have a bunch more to convert when I have some gold, and it'll probably be Christmas next time they have the experience event. Either that or Thanksgiving, who knows, Black Friday. And they're definitely going to have deals on the store on Black Friday, so keep that in mind, Cyber Monday. Alright, thanks for watching. Hey, howdy, hey, just tacking this on right on the end. I wanted to show you how, transferring crews works with that mod and how seamless it is. This is the 103B, this is the tier 10. I've got my 3 crew members here. I got only 1% into my next perk on the last match. It wasn't that great. As you can see, I've got a delicious 0% win rate on it so far. 2 matches, 0%, so hopefully I'll be able to get it up. But this is mostly made for, or meant for Clan Wars, so I'm going to be happy with it regardless. But if you click the Sturv S1, you'll see that the crew transfers back over the other 2 members from the tier 10, but as you can also see, although they are trained for the Stritzfon 103B, they still have 100% of their efficiency because they are now mounted in a premium tank. Especially since it's so similar, but that really does not matter as long as it's the same type and it is the same nation. That's all that matters. And then when I click on the 103B, boop, the crew transfers automatically over again. So whether I'm playing the 103B or the S1, I'll be able to use the crew on both. So they'll train it, 1.5 times in the Sturv S1, and they'll train at regular rates in the Sturv 103B. But at least at 103B, they'll be able to participate in tier 10. So that's a whole lot more experience and get those crews up. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Get those Twitch Prime rewards put in and taken care of, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, peace.